Because if you buy one car, it's 30,000 euro. If you buy a moped, it's 2,000 euro. So you can have way more mopeds on a smaller space area. So in the city center, for me, at least with small cities we're having, it doesn't make sense to have car sharing because you can do it better with light electric vehicles. But of course, we want to make the difference where I strongly believe that we're making the difference between ownership and shared mobility. And there the point is, of course, in the city, moped, bikes, maybe scooters, perfect, you can use it. But what if I go to the next city? And therefore, I think the cars are really interesting. So we said we need two really good partners again. And we found them. So we needed a really good car supplier. So we found Doubelstein, BMW Mini, that was willing to supply cars, electric Mini Coopers, like the coolest. Yeah. And we made a partnership with Q-Park. Q-Park is the biggest garage provider in the Netherlands. And we said, why not changing your garage to a mobility hub?
Oh, wow.
So we now have spots throughout the Netherlands where we have charging stations and everything. So you can use your bike or moped anywhere you want in the city, go either to public transport or to the car. Then you're taking the car because we're guaranteeing the availability of the car and go to the next city. And then you're really replacing your ownership of a vehicle to shared mobility whenever you want. So it was like the missing piece in our offering.
Yeah, that's quite interesting because I hadn't even thought about the parking aspect of it, because you need to have dedicated parking spots, right? Yeah. So does that limit where the car can go in certain areas? They cannot park anywhere, or they have to always park at the Q-Park spot?
Yeah, so you can park anywhere where you want, but to enter rental, it has to be in any of the Q-Park locations we're actively using. So it can be that you go to the ocean for a day, or you head to the beach. It can be that you're going to a meeting, but it can also be so many different options to use the car. And we see this more and more happening just because everyone is used to having a car themselves, or maybe from the company. But as it now looks like, at least in the Netherlands, people are not going to go back to the office 5 days. Yeah, so having a nice car in front of the house is nice. But if it costs 600 euro a month and only using it 2 days a week, then it's more interesting to use shared mobility always in your city. And when you need to go to another city, use a brand new electric Mini Cooper and just